Kanata is, aside from their efficient admin and communication skills, they are very supportive on a professional level, but at the same time, you can feel that personal touch. They care about you not because that's what they do, but because it's who they are. And I think that's a rare quality that you can find in a consultancy, and you can really see it in the way they work with you. Sure, I already did. I mean, why would I doing something so good? If you're looking for a strong support system and very excellent in admin skills, then Kanata is the right education consultancy for you. To the usual physical setup of classes, well, really a deep experience being immersed in Canada's culture. I believe that will stretch my mind and will
So, kumusta naman yung experience nyo with Kanata Education, syempre? Tinulungan
alam mo, in all honesty, sobrang laki ng tulong sa amin. Kasi, step by step, yung pagtulong nila, hanggang talaga yung genuine concern and support nila. Hindi na sila yung agency na basta makakuha ng pera or nakasa lang or ma-check lang ng document. Sila ma-check ng document. Makulit sila, matay sila. They see to it that everything is in order before they launch the visa application. So, alam mo, hindi lang yung feeling may trust ka, pero feeling mo rin panatag ka sa application. Kasi alam mo na-check ng maayos at talagang pinaglaan ng oras yung document.
Aside from their efficient admin and communication skills, they are very supportive on a professional level, but at the same time, you can feel that personal touch. They care about you not because that's what they do, but because it's who they are. And I think that's a rare quality that you can find in a consultancy, and you can really see it in the way they work with you. Sure, I already did. I mean, why would I doing something so good? If you're looking for a strong support system and very excellent in admin skills, then Kanata Education consultancy for you. To the usual physical setup of classes, well, and deep down experience being immersed in Canada's culture. I believe that will stretch my mind and will add knowledge to my.
So, kumusta naman yung experience nyo with Kanata Education, syempre? Tinulungan
Alam mo,
All right. Good evening, everyone. And my name is Francis, an education counselor here in Kanata's Educational Consultancy Services. And thank you for joining us this evening for a free webinar about studying in Canada. So we will discuss the process of application, the admission process, and also the visa application process for international students. So this is our first webinar this year, and we are all excited. So I am also joined by our new members here in Kanata. So yes, we are growing. And good evening, Roy, Andre, and Van. Yeah, and we are here to help international students in applying in Canadian schools. So you will see us more in webinars, one-on-one consultation and assessments, and hopefully in the coming months, one-on-one personal assessment and consultation and live events. So tonight, we have a special guest from two Ontario-based schools, and they will discuss their offered programs, their process of the application, and after the presentation, we will have a question and answer. All right. Our first speaker is the Global Business Development Officer from Niagara College for Philippine operations. And let us all welcome Melissa Payongayo.
Hi all, hello, good evening.
Hi, Melissa.
Hi, Francis.
Yes, we are also joined tonight by Divine Lacuna, the Senior Officer for Philippine Operations for Niagara College.
Hi, hello, good evening to everyone. Hello, good evening.
Hi, Divine.
Hello.
Good evening. So, Melissa, you can start your presentation about Niagara College.
Okay, thank you for that, Francis. So for now, let me start with a short video about Niagara region, so that you will have a glimpse or at least some idea as to what to expect when you arrive here in Niagara. So without further ado, let's go. Okay, so that was Niagara region. Now let's talk about Niagara College. So Niagara region, Niagara College is located in Ontario, Canada, as mentioned earlier. So Ontario, for a bit of a background, it's the second largest province in Canada, and it's also the most populous one. The capital of Canada, Ottawa, is also located in here. As you can see doon sa weather, aside from winter, it's neither too cold nor too hot. So it won't be that hard adjusting to it. So Niagara region. Niagara region is an hour and 30 minutes away from downtown Toronto. It's also quite near, around 25 minutes away from Buffalo, New York. So if you have relatives there or if you just want to go sightseeing and meron kang US visa, pwede. Now, Niagara region also happens to be the largest tourism destination here in Canada with the Niagara Falls. Okay, so, sorry about that. Here. Okay, college and university. You might be wondering, ano ba yung difference ng dalawa? But they're basically the same level of education, but there's different education methodologies. University more focused on professional and academic programs, whereas ang colleges, such as Niagara College, must focus sa career training and trades, or sa mga mas hands-on side of things. Niagara College is a school that can make you feel empowered. How? Well, first of all, we have small class sizes, meaning madaling makipag-interact dito sa ating professor, and mas madali yung magiging learning experience. We also happen to have a 93% international student graduation rate. We also offer more than 130 programs. So whatever your background is, wherever you are from, whatever your plans are, you are highly likely to find a program here that will fit your needs or your plans. We are committed to student satisfaction and success. 81% of our graduates gain employment within 6 months of graduation. 91% of employers are very satisfied with the Niagara College grads that they hired. Now, perhaps more importantly, students themselves, NC students themselves have consistently given Niagara College top marks in student satisfaction among Ontario colleges. This just shows and proves na kapag ikaw ay nag-aral sa Niagara College, masasatisfy ka doon sa level of education and magiging competent ka or magkakaroon ka ng mga foundation to be competent in your future profession or field. Niagara College has 2 campuses. We have the Daniel J. Patterson or the Niagara on the Lake campus and the Welland campus. They're 20 minutes away from each other. They're both very near Niagara Falls. So when you study here at Niagara College, you can go and visit the falls anytime to enjoy its beauty. Ngayon, let me share a short video again that will show you a bit of Niagara Falls. So this is with my colleague Eric Lin.
Hi, my name is Eric Jin from Niagara College. I want to show you about Niagara Falls. Behind, you can see the Niagara Falls. Let's go see. Okay, you can see the falls right now. This is #1 tour destination in Canada. Every year, over 16 million people visiting Niagara Falls to watch the falls, enjoy their food and wine, and see the big also hotel, casino, and skywall, sky towers, and there's a hotel. This is also a skyline, and a cable lock, and still tourists coming.
Okay, so that has been Niagara Falls. And I hope you enjoyed that, no matter how short it was. I hope that it at least showed us a bit or a glimpse of the beauty of the falls. Now, let's move on to our global campuses. So we have 4 global campuses aside from the ones we have in Niagara. We have the NC Toronto campus. We also have a campus in Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, one in Suwon, South Korea, and one in Wuhan, China. Now, Welland Campus. This is the campus that houses the schools of Allied Health, Community Services, Justice and Fitness, Media, Nursing and Personal Support Worker, and Technology and Trades. Our next campus is the Daniel J. Patterson. This is located at one of the busiest transnational commercial borders and top tourist destinations. The schools that we can find here are the schools of Business and Management, Environmental and Horticultural Studies, Hospitality, Tourism and Sport, and the Canadian Food and Wine Institute. As you can see, napaka-varied or merong variety yung ating mga schools and yung mga programs na pwede nating pasukin. Here at Niagara College, we have 1-year undergraduate certificate programs, 2-year diploma programs, 3-year advanced diploma programs, and undergraduate degree programs. We also have graduate certificate or postgraduate programs, which means yung mga postgraduate programs natin, mas mataas siya sa bachelor's degree, pero it's not yet the level of a master's degree. So ayan, our postgraduate programs will award you with a graduate certificate. Intake. We have a total of 3 intakes. We have the winter intake every January, spring intake every May, and the fall intake every September. We also have this co-op, internship, and field placements. Sa Tagalog or sa Filipino setting, these are what we call OJT. So of course, when you study with us, you will have the opportunity to have hands-on training or parang on-the-job training habang kayo nag-aaral ng college. Okay, so the exciting parts, let's talk about the different programs that we have. So first, for the Allied Health Studies, we have Pharmacy Technician, Community Pharmacy Assistant, Dental Office Administration, Personal Support Worker, and Dental Assisting. Next, Nursing. So ito ay mga postgraduate programs natin for our nursing or for our nurses here. First, we have the Community Mental Health, we have Gerontology, Palliative Care, and Nursing Leadership and Healthcare Management. Next, community services para sa ating mga teachers, social workers, or those in the field of psychology. Meron tayong autism and behavioral science, early childhood education, educational assistant, and recreation therapy. Justice and fitness. If you're interested in policing or in security na bilang path of profession nyo, meron tayo dito ng mga police foundations, protection, security, and investigation, fitness and health promotion, and exercise science. Next, we also have media programs, such as public relations, social media management, graphic design, game design, computer programming, broadcasting, photography, computer systems technician, and art and design. Now for our engineers, baka meron kayong mapusuan or meron ditong fit doon sa inyong interest and sa mga plans ninyo. We have the industrial automation, carpentry and renovation, civil engineering, construction engineering, electrical engineering, electronics, mechanical engineering, motive power technician, photonics engineering, renewable energies, and welding technician. Now, move on naman tayo sa Daniel J. Patterson campus. Dito makikita natin business and management programs. By the way, I just want to clarify na yung mga programs na pinapakita natin dito, hindi lang ito yung mga programs ng Niagara College. We have more, but these are just a select few. Anyway, so dito sa business and management, we have business analytics, we have supply chain management, Bachelor of Business Administration, supply chain and operations management, international business, and office administration. Ngayon, para sa mga foodies natin or those interested in the world of cooking, the world of food, dito tayo sa Canadian Food and Wine Institute. Here we have artisan distilling, beverage business management, culinary innovation and food technology, brewmaster, winery, culinary management, culinary skills, and baking and pastry arts. Next, dito tayo sa hospitality, tourism, and sport. So for those whose passion lies in hospitality, you're in good hands because Niagara is the epicenter of hospitality in Canada. So some of our hospitality programs are hospitality and tourism management, event management, esthetician, hospitality hotel and restaurant operations, sport administration, and tourism management. Okay, lastly, dito naman tayo sa environment and horticulture. Dito natin makikita ang commercial beekeeping, ecosystem restoration, environmental technician, field and laboratory, greenhouse technician, horticultural technician, and landscape technician. Okay, now that we have talked about some details of Niagara College, you might be wondering what the student life will be like when you do study here. Well, we will do our best to cater to you and to make your Canadian dream come true in a convenient and an easier way. So first, we offer support and advice. We will have access to international student advisors, pre or post-arrival link mentors, academic advisors, and many more. So if you have questions, if you need assistance, our advisors will do their best to help you out. Next, we have health services. We have this GuardMe or international insurance, which will grant you access to primary healthcare and physicians consultation and many more health resources. Next, we also have the transit app and the bus pass. Next, we also have the career center and employment support. If you need help with resume building, we will help you out para makahanap tayo ng trabaho when we're there. We also have job listings, and it's not just for you, but also with your common law partner or your spouse if you would arrive in Canada with them. We would also give employment support to them. We also have athletics and recreation and different fun social activities. Housing and accommodation. Actually, the cost of living in Niagara isn't that high. It's actually quite low. In fact, housing starts at approximately 400 Canadian dollars a month. This is off-campus housing. So the Niagara region offers affordable, safe, and quality housing. We also offer housing assistance. So kapag nahihirapan kayong maghanap ng pag-i-stayan, we will offer assistance. Ayun. Ano ba ang requirements to be admitted here at Niagara College? So, high school transcript, and it's a good news na sa ating mga viewers ngayon, whether you're from the old curriculum or from the new curriculum, it doesn't matter. Niagara College accepts high school graduates. So, old curriculum man or new curriculum, okay na okay lang. However, if you're a college graduate, ang kailangan mo lang ibigay is your college diploma and transcript of records. Oh, wait, I accidentally. Anyway, another good news is that hindi na natin kailangan ng Ielts or any English certification for Filipinos. So, di ba, napakadali ng mga requirements natin to be admitted here at Niagara College. Okay, paano naman yung work? Right? So, you are eligible to work off-campus up to 20 hours a week. On top of this, pwede ka pang mag-work on campus ng 12 hours a week. Meron din tayong mga on-campus job opportunities. So, 20 plus 12, you will have a total of 32 hours a week of work if you would need to. So, pwedeng mag-work off campus and then at the same time mag-work din tayo on campus. Just make sure not to overwork, okay? So, ayan, 12 hours on campus and 20 hours off campus. This will be really helpful para sa inyong mga necessities and daily needs while you're in Canada. Next, all our programs are PGWP or Post-Graduation Working Permit eligible. So if you have graduated from a 1-year program, eligible ka sa 1-year PGWP. Kapag 2 to 3 years, 2 to 3 years din ang eligible ka na PGWP. We have different learning enterprises. This is quite unique to Niagara College. So this will serve as your laboratory kapag yung program ay nag-fall under any of this. At the same time, meron ding mga on-campus job opportunities. So our learning enterprises are the Benchmark Restaurant, Teaching Winery, Teaching Brewery, Teaching Distillery, Teaching Spa, Teaching Hair Salon, Teaching Greenhouse, and the Dental Clinic. Estimated fees. So our tuition fees are around 16 to 18,000 Canadian dollars per year. Included na rito yung mga mandatory fees natin such as service fee, our medical insurance, and the bus fee. So sulit na at 16 to 18,000 Canadian dollars, you will receive excellent quality of education and sakop na nga nito yung mga nabanggit ko na fees. Okay, so ano ba ang advantages ng pag-a-apply sa Niagara College, Canada? Well, first, wala tayong tuition fee deposit para sa LOA. So pagka-apply mo and you will receive your official LOA once you are accepted. Ayan. Wala ring down payment whatsoever for tuition fee. So, ayan. Next, you can apply for 2 programs and receive 2 LOA. This has no additional cost. This is your choice A and choice B. Next, meron tayong 2,000 Canadian dollar entrance scholarship. So to all our attendees today, you are very lucky. If you will push through with your application through Kanata with Niagara College, you will be entitled dito sa ating entrance scholarship. Stay tuned din dahil magkakaroon kayo ng chance to win a 3,000 Canadian dollar scholarship. So mamaya natin pag-uusapan yon kung paano nga ba. Pero for now, ito meron tayong entrance scholarship na 2,000 Canadian dollars. Ayan. So connect with us. Feel free to screenshot and follow us on our Facebook and IG. We would love to talk to you and we are very active on our SNS. Once again, I am Elisa Payongayong and with me is Divine Lacuna. Okay. So wait lang. Divine, are you there? Do you want to share with them our exciting event? Yan. So we will have the open house coming this March 18 to March 19. So dito sa ating open house, magkakaroon tayo ng opportunities na parang to hear from our NC experts kung ano ba dapat i-prepare when we're going to Niagara and malalaman natin yung NC journey. Makakamit din tayo ng mga Niagara College alumni, mga Niagara College students, and just overall will help you give tips para kung ano yung mga ma-expect natin sa Niagara College. If you also attend our open house, you will have the chance to win a 3,000 Canadian dollars scholarship. Iba pa yung 2,000 na nabanggit ko kanina. So ayan, what are you waiting for? If you are interested in our open house, feel free to reach out to us or to Kanata para malaman yung mga details dito. Ayan, thank you, Divine. Thank you, everyone, and hope to see you soon.
All right. Thank you, Melissa. And I'm sure many questions will be asked later on regarding this discounts, the offered programs in Niagara College. So we will have a Q&A later after all the presentations. So our second speaker is Kanata's own, Miss Catherine Manasan. So She will discuss the process of application, the assistance of Kanata in their journey to become an international student in Canada. So let us all welcome Catherine Manasseh.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much, Sir Francis. Thank you also to Miss Melissa and Miss Divine of Niagara College. So let me start my presentation about Kanata Education, the services we are offering. What do you expect, or what can you expect when you sign up with us or when you seek our assistance with your student application journey to Canada? So let me share my presentation with you guys. Right. Okay, so let's start. So once again, welcome to Study in Canada webinar with Kanata Education. So for today's webinar, we have Niagara College, Canada, and of course, Lambton College, which we will join us later. For tonight's webinar, we will be discussing who we are as an agency, the services that we are offering, about Canada, what is there in Canada, how to start the process, the opportunities you will have as an international student, and of course, your future plans. Now, what is Kanata Education, or who we are as a Kanata Education? So Canada originates from the word Kanata, which means a village or coming together or a meeting place. So that's where Kanata Education comes from. We are one of the leading consultancy agency located in Manila for Canada. So we are focused on sending or helping or assisting prospective students who wants to study in Canada. We have over 5 years experience in visa processing and student consultation, and we work directly with our school partners in Canada, and one of them is Niagara College and Lambton College. So our mission is to help students achieve their dream by providing our services at no extra cost. So we don't collect any processing fees from our students, not unless you will be bringing your dependents with you. Our services includes assessment, so we provide free consultation to our students prior to application. So we will give you the right program recommendation, which will help you explain in your study plan and will give you a higher chance of approval once you submit your visa application. Other than that, we will represent you to the school of your choice for your application, as well as provide you a comprehensive list of requirements and guidelines, and assist you all throughout your application journey, from your school application, for your visa documentation, how to write your study plan, and of course for your visa application submission. All these services will be for free. Again, we don't collect any processing fees. So where is Canada and what is Canada? So it is the second largest country by land, with 10 provinces, 3 territories, and 4 regions. So our schools for tonight is located in Ontario or in central Canada. Canada is known to be one of the most educated countries in the world, since half of their population has a tertiary education degree from a college or university. But aside from that, why most students or people are applying as an international student in Canada? That's because of their international accreditation. They're also one of the affordable student destination for international students, comparing to the UK, to the US, and in Australia. They also have a diverse culture and society. They promote inclusivity, and of course, they have healthy and safe community with global language education as well. Other than that, they have an exciting campus environment. So as you've seen earlier with the Niagara College presentation, they have a very exciting campus environment. They also are close to the Niagara Falls, or in the Niagara region. They also have a world-class innovative education. And of course, you can apply for migration and unlimited opportunities. So what are the benefits of an international student in Canada? So as an international student, you must always be enrolled at a designated learning institution. So our schools for tonight is part of the designated learning institution list, and you must also make progress towards completing your program. You must respect the conditions of your student permit. You must stop studying if you do not meet the requirements, and of course, leave Canada when your permit expires. So ayaw naman natin mag-TNT doon. So if you think your permit is about to expire, you have to do an extension and apply for a visa application extension as well. So one of the benefits of an international student in Canada is that you can work while studying. So you have the opportunity to work inside the campus. You don't need to have a work permit, but you must be a full-time student and holds a valid student permit. Now, please take note that on-campus jobs are subject to availability, and you must also started studying to apply for jobs inside the campus. Now, another opportunity for you to work is off-campus jobs, which is very popular for everyone. Now, you don't need to have a work permit as well, but you have started studying and also enrolled in a program. Now, if you've come to Canada, like let's say, for example, 1 month or 2 months before your program starts, you cannot apply or you cannot start working, not unless your program is already started. Now, another chance for you to work is if your program has a co-op component with it. So co-op is just like in the Philippines, an OJT or on-the-job training. It can be paid or not paid. So it depends on the company you're applying to, and it's the same as an internship. So this is one of the many reasons why a lot of people are applying as a student, because you can work while studying. Now, another benefit, oh yes, so during school semester, or if you have classes, you can work 20 hours per week or 40 hours or full-time if you are on semestral breaks or holiday breaks. So you can work full-time during this semestral breaks. Now, another exciting benefit of an international student is that you can stay in Canada after you finish your program, or what they call the postgraduate work permit. So from student permit, you will transition to a work permit, which enables you to stay and work in Canada for a period of 1 year up to 3 years. So all programs provided by our school tonight is you're eligible to apply for a postgraduate work permit. Now, if your program is less than 8 months, you are not eligible for postgraduate work permit. But if your program is 1 year, you are eligible to apply for up to 1 year postgraduate work permit. And if it's a 2-year program, then you can apply for a 3 years postgraduate work permit. Now, everyone, of course, wants to bring their families with them to Canada. Then it's good news for everyone who is married and have kids, or not married but have kids. You can bring your spouse, your common law partner, and your children. So your parents, your siblings, your niece and nephews, and your titos and titas are not considered as a family. So it's only your immediate family you can bring to Canada. Now, I mentioned earlier that we don't collect processing fees for our students. Now, if you're planning to bring your dependents with you, then we do collect or charge processing fees for your dependents. I also want to mention that if you're bringing your spouse is allowed to work for a full-time if they hold the open work permit in Canada. So if you do have a spouse, they can assist you with your finances while you are studying in Canada. And of course, your children can study for free as long as they are 18 years old below and they are enrolled in a public institution in Canada. Okay, so what are the documents required to start your application with us? Now, we need your valid passport, your academic transcripts, depending on the program you're applying to, your certificate of employment. If Ielts is required, then you must submit an Ielts result, your diplomas, your IDs, and of course, your resume or your CVs. Now, what is the process to start your application? So first, you must consult with your counselor. Now, again, we do provide a one-on-one consultation. Our counselors will call you later on to to give you an assessment, check your background, and do a program recommendation. Now, if you're able to decide on which program and school to take, you will then gather and submit the required documents for the school application. Once we receive your documents, we will then apply you to the school of your choice or to the designated learning institution. After that, it will take between 1 week to 2 months, depending on the school, and you will wait or receive your offer letter or letter of acceptance from the school. Now, once you get your letter of acceptance, you will confirm your slot by paying your tuition fee, either your deposit or your first semester tuition fee, depending on the school of your choice. Once you've done that, you will start to get or book an appointment for your medical exam. So medical exam is required for the visa application, so you must do an appointment for that. Once you have, after all of this, Kanata Education will send you a comprehensive list of documents required for your visa application. So you must submit all these requirements and send it to Kanata Education, and we will assist you in submitting your visa application to IRCC. So once again, we will also help you with your study plan writing, provide you with the guidelines, how to write the study plan, and make sure that you've written the correct study plan so that you will get the approval that you've always waiting for. Now, there are two types of visa application stream you can apply to Canada. So first is the regular stream, which is the most preferred option of visa application of our students. And the second one is the study direct stream, which is a straightforward and hassle-free type of application. So now, what is the difference between regular stream and study direct stream? So with regular stream, you are required to pay a deposit fee from the school or secure or pay a 1 semester tuition fee. Whereas with study direct stream, you are required to pay a 1-year tuition fee. So that is the difference between the two. Now, another thing for financial capacity, for regular stream, you must show proof of financial capacity in the form of a show money, which is equivalent to 1-year tuition fee and 1-year living cost of 10,000 Canadian dollars for regular stream. Now, if you're applying through the study direct stream, then you must purchase a guaranteed investment certificate worth 10,000 Canadian dollars. So this 10,000 Canadian dollars will be deposited to a Canadian bank. And once you get to Canada, the Canadian bank will send this amount on a monthly basis while you are studying in Canada for a period of 1 year. So they will deposit it into your Canadian bank account. So this will serve as your allowance for the period of 1 year. Now, for Ielts requirements or English proficiency requirements, for regular stream, you are not required to submit an Ielts or any English proficiency test. Whereas for study direct stream, you are required to submit an Ielts result with all over band of 6, not lower than 6. It could be either academic or general Ielts. Now, for another requirement is a letter of acceptance from the school. Both regular stream and study direct stream requires this letter of acceptance. And of course, you have to write your study plan and of course your proof of identity. Now, in terms of financial capacity under the regular stream, it can be from a third party, whether it's a relative or your immediate family. So they don't need to be in Canada. They can be from anywhere around the world, just as long as they have access to their bank accounts and can provide the bank statement with this amount of show money. Now, if you are bringing your dependents with you, then that would be an additional of 4,000 Canadian dollars for your spouse and 3,000 Canadian dollars for each of your kids. Now, once again, this is the comparison between regular stream and study direct stream. With study direct stream, you don't need to provide show money. You just need to purchase a guaranteed investment certificate of 10,000, but you must provide also an IELTS results no lower than 6. All right, so that's it for our presentation. Once again, we don't collect processing fees. We only collect a 10,000 pesos security deposit, which will be used later on for your visa application and biometrics fees. So technically, you did not pay us anything because this is consumable. So once again, we will call you later or next week for one-on-one consultation. You can also visit our office and book an appointment through our Facebook page for a meeting so that we can suggest the right program recommendation for you. So we provide unlimited consultation. You can contact us via WhatsApp, Viber, and of course, on our Facebook page. And we will assist you all throughout your application journey to Canada. Now, here is our office address. You can visit us and contact us through this mobile number. Send us an email at inquiries@kanataedu.com or follow us on our Facebook page and on our Instagram. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also share this to your friends. And if you miss out the first part of the presentation, you can also watch the replay here. So thank you so much for listening. We can start the question and answer portion for Niagara College while waiting for Lambton College.
Okay. Thanks, Scott, Melissa, and Divine. So I have a question here about the scholarship for international students. So can you explain more about this promo for the student?
Yes, Francis, about our scholarship program. So first, you have to, of course, apply with us first and accept a student. Then afterwards, you will need, it's not automatic, okay? So you will need to apply, you will need to fill out a scholarship form that you will then submit to us. So yun po yung proseso doon. So just a reminder, it's not automatic. And once you have applied, just feel free to reach out to us and to Kanata para malaman nyo yung exact process. Ayun.
Okay, so is this after they receive their visa approval or after their first semester in Niagara College? When can they expect the 2,000 Canadian dollars na discount?
Okay, so ano siya, bali maki-credit back siya sa account ninyo. So when you're paying for the invoice, when you're paying for your tuition fee, please don't automatically deduct it. You will, bali maki-credit back lang siya doon sa inyong account on the 10th day of the classes ng first semester.
Mag-a-add lang ako doon about that one, Francis. So once they receive their letter of acceptance, so di ba, in-apply na siya ni Kanata. So you could give them the scholarship form. Kaya dapat nila kayong kontakin ulit. Once they give yung scholarship form, kasi is kailangan yung mga details from the LOA. So the submission is from the day that they receive the LOA until the first day of class. Because yun nga, sabi ni Melissa, it will be credited back. If they failed to submit the form, they could not have the scholarship. Yun yung mangyayari. Then we will also send another LOA with scholarship kay Kanata. So all communications will be with through Kanata. So yun, ganun ang mangyayari. And also meron naman silang katunayan because we're going to send out the scholarship LOA with a scholarship.
Okay. Kat?
I have another question here. So Ms. Divine, if the student is an undergraduate background or he did not finish a bachelor's degree, is he eligible to study or you need to apply at Niagara College? And what are the documents required for submission?
For that one, so this yung kailangan na good news to all. So regardless you are high school graduate, ALS or the alternative learning system graduate, hindi nakapag-college, we all accept that one. So regardless what are your background is from the Philippines, as long as you have the proper documents and a high school graduate, you could apply with Niagara College. So yung initial documents is yung academic records, which is yung transcript and diploma. No English required for Filipinos. Pati yung certificate, hindi na rin kailangan. If you're a college graduate, mas maganda kasi hindi mo na kailangan ipasa yung high school. So that's it.
So for this type of background ni student na hindi nakagraduate ng college, are they still not required to submit an Ielts or English proficiency? Sorry.
Yes, that's correct. Hindi na talaga sila required. So kasi lahat yon, lahat ng Filipinos regardless. Since we will going to see the country where are they coming from. Since when you apply, you are required to input from what country are you from.
Okay. So another follow-up question with that, since we have someone here that is asking, the diploma is not available since it was burned in a fire. I'm very sorry to hear that. Is there any way that we can replace the diploma with a certificate of graduation from their school? So is that acceptable?
Yes, it's acceptable.
Okay, so Miss Maria Joanna, so certificate of graduation is acceptable. You can get that as well. And another question will be, is it the same? I mean, there is Niagara College Toronto. So you guys are related or linked together, and they can also apply through Niagara College Canada if they choose to study at Niagara College Toronto.
Okay, for Niagara College Toronto, it would be the same requirements. However, they need to apply with another portal or another application website. So, but it's almost the same, except for the high school graduates. So, I believe Niagara College Toronto doesn't accept students who at least doesn't have a 2-year college, but you need also to confirm it with NC Toronto. So where Melissa and I are not handling the NC Toronto, the Niagara College Toronto campus, but I believe Kanata is partner with them, and the high school students, as much as I know, we should confirm this one, doesn't accept students na hindi nakapag second year. Is that true, Kath, Francis?
I think I still have to double check with NC Toronto. So we'll get back to you with that one. Okay, so we will take a pause for question and answer portion. We will proceed later on. We have already our full representative from Lambton College, Sir Francis.
Okay, for our final speaker for tonight, she is the representative for Philippine operations from Lambton College. So Lambton College is known for offering graduate certificate programs for international students. So, and I know everyone is excited, and without further ado, let us all welcome Miss Lorena Solis from Lambton College. Hi, Lorena.
Hello, everyone. Good morning from Canada. Good evening for Philippines. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. We're good here. The COVID situation is better. And what about in Canada?
Everything is going back to normal. So we are very, very happy. And to be honest, we were looking forward to this moment for a long, long time, right? So it looks like now in March 21st, everything will go back to normal at the campus. I am going back to my office, finally. So we are very excited about that. Right. I want to say thank you for the opportunity to be with you today. And thank you for everyone who is attending and for the opportunity to share some information about Lambton College.
Sure, yes. And you may now start your presentation, Lorena.
Thank you. I'm going to start sharing my screen with you guys. Can you see it now?
Yes, we can see it.
Yes, and does it change from slide to slide?
Yes, it does.
Yes, okay, perfect. Well, the first thing that I want to mention about Lambton College is that we are one of the 24 public colleges in Ontario. So, as you know, for those students who want to stay in Canada after they graduate and they want to apply for their postgraduate work permit, it is important to select a public college because these are the ones that give you those benefits for migration. Lambton is one of the oldest colleges in Ontario. We are the second oldest, so we have a very, very long experience with international students. I want to invite everyone to join our YouTube channel as well as our Instagram. So if you want to see videos, testimonials from Philippine students, many pictures about the activities that we have on campus, this is a great way to do it. So I invite everyone to follow us on social media. As I was saying before, we have a very long experience with international students, and we think that we understand their concerns, their objectives, and it is important for us to support our agents and to support the students in their journey. That's why we want to help all the students from Philippines to choose the right program. We think that this is the first step and the most important one, choosing the right program that will give you the right skills to get a very good job in your field, because that job is the most important part for you to get to the permanent residency. Canada is right now the #1 education destination in the world. And 90% of the students who come to study in Canada want to stay here and they want to apply for permanent residency and probably to citizenship. So the first step in this long and exciting journey is to select the right program. At Lambton College, we have 3 different locations in the province of Ontario. If you see in this map, you will notice that we are all the way to the south part of Canada, and we are also in the south part of Ontario. So this is very positive for the students because the weather here, which is one of the topics that students are always worried about when they think about Canada, the weather here is really good. Right now, we are already in the spring almost, and the weather is really good. It's not as cold as other parts of Canada. We have the main campus in the city of Sarnia. That's where I live, and we're going to talk about it a little bit more. And we have other 2 locations, one in Toronto and the other one in Mississauga. These students that you see on the screen are walking in Canada. And the buildings that you see on the back, they are in the USA. We are in the border with the United States. So if your students have an American visa, they can cross over to USA and enjoy both Canada and the United States. You all have to do is cross this bridge, pay $3, and you are in USA. The city of Sarnia is interesting for many reasons. One of them is that we are very, very close to a huge chemical production and industrial area. Actually, it is the largest petrochemical complex in Ontario. For example, all the gasoline that we use in Ontario is produced here. So there are many refineries and many production plants that provide the city with job opportunities. And it has also marked many of our programs at the college because we have a very close relationship with these industries that in the future employ our students or provide them with co-op opportunities. Everywhere you go, you will find the lake because we are on the shores of one of the Great Lakes, Lake Huron. So it's a beautiful city with many beaches, many different opportunities for activities outside, like walking, jogging, many aquatic activities. We have more than 100 parks in the city, so it's really, really beautiful and with a great weather. And another thing that is super important for students is that this is one of the 5 top most affordable cities in Ontario. So we have seen a trend of students who are now coming with families. Either if you're coming as an individual or if you're coming with with your family, you will face many expenses when you get here, right? So starting in a smaller city where the cost of living is not so high is always a good idea. If you are coming with your spouse, your children, even with pets, you will find that Sarnia is a very nice city, very friendly, and also affordable. It's easy to adapt in Sarnia. However, we know that there are students who want to go to bigger cities, right? So our other campus is in Mississauga. Mississauga is very, very close to Toronto. Actually, when you fly to Toronto, you arrive in Mississauga. Toronto's airport is in Mississauga. So this is a very interesting city because there are many Filipino students in this city. It's a growing city. Right now, it is the 6th largest city in Canada. And everywhere you go, you see construction, you see new buildings, you see new offices and new opportunities for jobs. So it is a good place to start. As I say, there's many students from Philippines in this area. And what I really like about this community is that they help each other. I have heard multiple stories about students arriving in Mississauga and being helped from the other Philippine students. And they help them to get a job, to find a place, to start their studies. So it is a good place to start for Philippine students. And our last campus is in the city of Toronto, which is, of course, the largest city in Canada. Very interesting. It's a multicultural city. You can find people from everywhere in the world speaking all kinds of languages. And of course, it's the commercial, industrial, financial, and cultural center of Canada. As you see, all of them are very good places to start your career, your professional and student life here in Canada. And you can select where you want to go. One thing that is important to mention is that starting in one place doesn't mean that you have to stay there forever. Maybe you start studying in Toronto, but then when you graduate, you want to go to another place. Or maybe you start in Sarnia, and then when you graduate, you want to go to a different city. Most of the students who come to Sarnia want to stay here. I would say 95% of students, when we survey them after graduation, they want to stay in Sarnia because it's beautiful and it's very affordable. But sometimes their lives go somewhere else because of work, because of family. So don't think that you have to stay in one same place all the time. You can start studying in one place and then after graduation, move to a different location. These are some pictures of our campus here in Sarnia. This is our athletics and fitness complex where the students can take part of all of the activities that we have. It's already included in their tuition, so you don't have to pay anything else. You can join the teams that we have. We have more than 70 different teams. Some of them are varsity teams that compete with other universities and colleges. And we also have recreation teams. They are just for fun or just to keep fit. These are some of the different teams that we have: basketball, soccer, baseball. And of course, you can take part of all of the activities, and it's a great place to start making friends. Also, we have the Nova Chemicals Health and Research Center, where we have the programs that are related to health, which are very popular for Philippine students. As you can see, it looks like a hospital, but it's actually the classrooms. They are very new, very modern. They were open, this building was open in 2019, and then COVID happened. So it's almost brand new for you to enjoy and to take advantage of them. They are built and designed to be very, very similar to the workplace. So when you study in one of our classrooms and then go to a field placement in a hospital, for example, you will find that they are almost identical because we wanted to have the classrooms very, very similar to what you will find in the workplace so that you can feel comfortable and that you can feel that you are prepared and ready for that job. This is another one of our buildings. This is the Center of Excellence in Energy and Bioindustrial Technologies, where we have our engineering programs. As I mentioned before, we are very close to the petrochemical industry. So we receive donations from the industry. These robots, these machinery, equipment, laboratories are provided by the industry because they are very interested that our students learn everything they need to get a good job in their plants. We also have an Esports Arena. We talked about physical games, but we also have opportunities for those who like digital gaming. We were the first ones who have an Esports Arena. We have a team that competes internationally with other universities and colleges, and we also have the Esports Management Program, because here in North America, you can make a career out of digital gaming. Many of our programs have a co-op component. One of the terms is where you will be practicing what you have learned in the books. And it is a great option because you will be earning money, but you will also be earning Canadian experience in your job. So when you graduate, you will be able to put this Canadian job experience in your resume and get a great job after graduation. And the most important thing about co-ops in Lambton is that we don't charge any tuition fees for the co-op term. So if you select a program that has a co-op, in that term, you will not be paying anything, $0. So that will bring your program total cost 25% down. This is what I'm talking about. So here we are comparing costs between Lambton College and another public college. This program, for example, as you can see in the chart, both programs, both in Lambton and in another public college, are 2 years long. Both are located or offered in Toronto. Both are postgraduate certificates, but our program has a co-op. The other college does not offer that program with a co-op. So that brings the cost for the 2 years at Lambton in approximately 25,000 Canadian dollars, and in the other college, 40,000 Canadian dollars. So our student would be saving almost $15,000, which is amazing. The costs at Lambton College go down so much because of the co-op. As we were talking about co-op, for example, in this program, which is the Business Management International Business, you see here the terms, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a 2-year program, and these are the costs of each one. If you look at term number 4 here, the cost is 0 because this is a co-op and you don't pay anything. So it brings the total cost of the program, in this case, to around 21,000 Canadian dollars, which is very, very low if you compare it with the other colleges. And we are also offering scholarships for international students. In the main campus, there is a list of programs that have a 3,000 scholarship, and all of the programs in Toronto and Mississauga have a 1,000 scholarship. This is already discounted in your letter of acceptance, so you will see that benefit from the beginning. We have more than 100 programs that we offer international students. I didn't write all of them here because it would be very, very long, but just some examples in the different areas. We have the School of Hospitality, where you can find programs ranging from Canadian culinary operations to hospitality management, hotel and resort management, tourism operations. Some of these programs are diplomas, and what that means is that they are intended for students who only finished high school. And we also have postgraduate programs. This is one very big difference at Lambton College if you compare them with the other colleges in Ontario. Most of our programs are postgraduate certificates. Don't be impressed by the name. It only means that you need to have a previous degree. It can be a college degree or a university degree, and then you go to a postgraduate certificate. So most of our programs are postgraduates, and most of them are 2 years long. In the other colleges, you will find just a few postgraduates, and most of them are 1 year only. If you want to stay here in Canada after graduation and work and then apply for your permanent residency, you need to select a 2-year program. It is an advice from a person who was an international student. I came from my own country, which is Mexico. I studied at Lambton College, and I went through all the process of applying to postgraduate work permit, and then to permanent residency, and then to citizenship. So I can tell you that you do need those 3 years of postgraduate work permit to achieve your goals. 1 year is not enough. So having said that, let's go to the other school. We have programs in the project management area here in Canada. Everything is done through projects. It doesn't matter which industry you're at, they always have projects. So we have different programs in that area. Some of them are related to strategic leadership. Some of them are related to IT. Some other ones are related to construction. This is a very popular program, the construction project management. So if you're interested in that one, if you are a civil engineer or an architect, I really advise you to apply as soon as possible because it's the first one to close every term. We also have the Creative Design School where you can find programs like photography, marketing, digital media, e-learning design, which now with COVID, as you know, it has been very, very sought after. We also have the engineering programs, many of them related to chemicals and energy. We have programs like instrumentation and control, applied manufacturing, quality engineering, biomaterials and chemical lab analysis, food safety and quality assurance. We have very, very strong programs and very modern that are always being innovated and renovated in the computer science area. For example, the cloud computing for big data, artificial intelligence, wireless networking, cybersecurity. Many programs in the health science area. I advise in this one to take advantage of this one, for example, interprofessional practice gerontology. Here in Canada, this is a program that has lots of jobs. You will find job opportunities everywhere because the population in Canada has many elder people. And finally, our business school, of course, the favorite programs for international students, where you find programs in business related to agribusiness, supply chain management, marketing, financial planning, international business, sports business management, advanced project management, and financial service investigation and compliance, which is a new program, but very, very in demand here in Canada. And this one, of course, full stack software development is also one that has many opportunities for jobs in Canada. As you have seen, we have many advantages. We have 3 locations, very good prices, many programs, all of them are postgraduates, all of them are 2 years long. So I advise you to apply as soon as possible, because the one disadvantage of Lambton College is that our programs close very soon. Our programs are very popular among international students, and we have many, many applications. So we try to save some seats for the Philippine market, but my advice is to apply early. Right now, most of the programs for the fall, this is September 2022, are already closed. But the good news is that winter 2023 is open and you are welcome to apply. I hope to see you guys here at Lambton College very soon and become part of the Lambton College community. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Lorena, for that wonderful presentation. So we can now continue with the Q&A. So if you have questions, you can type in your questions on the chat box, and you can also turn on your microphone. Okay. For Niagara College, Miss Melissa mentioned that there are programs with co-op or OJT. One student here is asking if it is paid for the OJT, for the co-op and placement for Niagara College.
Okay, so for that, we have co-op and field placement and internship. So yung co-op, yun yung paid. The internships and the field placements are not paid. So some programs have co-op, some do not have. Ayun po.
Okay.
Okay.
What
Sir Francis, go.
What are the programs with co-op? Can you mention at least 5 courses or programs in Niagara College with co-op in their program?
So there are some. Let me check for a while.
Okay, so while Ms. Melissa is checking, we also have a follow-up question with regards to co-op. So since co-ops is part of the program or is a component of the program, what is the assistance of the school in terms of applying for the co-op? Should the student be applying for at the company, or will there be an assistance from the school to apply at the company? What will be the process for the co-ops?
Okay, so I will answer that one, Catherine, while we are waiting for Melissa. So there are 3 usually. First is the student is looking for sa kanila on their own. So that is some students who do that one, because some students, yung kanilang work placement is yun yung pinapakredit nila. So ganun yung ginagawa ng iba. Second, they are connected by their professors. So ibig sabihin, because Niagara College professors are industry practitioners na din, so they were connected na dun sa placement. Third one is we do have NC Career Services. So the NC Career Services help the students to look for their place. So there are 3, yun yung mga possible na ginagawa ng mga Niagara College students.
Thank you so much, Ms. Divine. What about in Lambton College, Ms. Lorena? What assistance does Lambton College provides when applying for the co-op?
For sure. Thank you for the question. We have a department called My Career Center, which helps students in many different ways. Before the program goes into the term where they do the co-op, we provide workshops for the students where they learn how to apply, how to go to the interview. Sometimes we have mock interviews so that they can learn what kind of questions they will get in the interviews and what they should be answering. We even provide business attire if they don't have the right clothes to go to the interview. We have a classroom full of business clothes where they can select anything they need and they can keep it for themselves to go to the interview, right? We also provide postings of all the jobs that are available in the market. And we follow up with each student with an academic advisor. They have a co-op advisor that works with them throughout the co-op experience. Most of the co-ops at Lambton College are paid. There are only a few cases for students who decide to go into an unpaid co-op because they want to go to that specific workplace. For example, the ones at Google, Google doesn't pay for the internships.
Mhm.
But many students want to go there because they want to work at Google, right?
Yes.
So that is their decision. But we work with them all throughout the process of the co-op.
Okay, thank you so much. So this is why, guys, we always reiterate that co-ops can be paid or not paid because it depends on the company you're applying for when you do your co-op program. So thank you so much for that, Miss Melissa. Are you ready with the programs?
Yes, yes. So actually, so some of our programs kasi like, for example, business administration, accounting, merong may co-op, meron din tayo na ino-offer na walang co-op, ganon. Tapos, so yun, some of our business and hospitality programs have co-op, like tourism management, meron tayong may co-op niyan. Meron din tayo sa business administration marketing. Okay, so some of our Canadian Food and Wine Institute programs also have co-op, like culinary innovation and food technology, tsaka yung culinary management. So, ayun, if you want, you can ask for Kanata or from us a copy of our brochure para makita natin kung ano exactly yung mga may co-op na programs and yung mga wala. Ayun.
Thanks,
I hope
Melissa.
that helped.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much, Miss Melissa. Sir Francis?
Okay, some applicants are still eyeing for the fall 2022 intake. So still 6 months before the start of the fall intake. Are there any programs still open for fall? And how long is the application process in the school? Melissa, for Niagara College, how long is the school application process? And how soon they can receive their letter of acceptance?
Okay, so for Niagara College for fall 2022, most of our programs are already waitlisted. Pero currently, some culinary programs are still open. Meron pa rin tayong mga open na business program, selected na lang. I can share on the chat box yung paano tayo mag-check ng mga may program availability pa. Ayun. So yung regarding sa process ng application, the process is actually quite easy as you saw, konti lang or madaling ma-fulfill yung mga admission requirements. Regarding the LOA, usually mga 3 to 4 weeks siya bago natin ma-receive. Yun. Divine, do you have anything to add?
Yes, so for the letter of acceptance, yes, that's correct. It's a little quite busy for the team for the admission requirements. However, if you're planning to go for September, please do contact Kanata, and Catherine and Francis will contact us for the issuance of your letter of acceptance, as long as you will apply as soon as possible, because hindi namin din magaguarantee that programs like the business, there are still culinary programs, engineering, health related, especially the nursing one, we still have one that available, and 1 year na mga engineering programs. So if you're really interested for September, please do apply, maybe by next week or the next week after. Then Kanata will have communicate with us.
Okay, thanks, Divine. What about in Lambton College, Miss Lorena?
Thank you. Yes, at Lambton College, most of the programs are already closed for the fall. We still have a few programs open, especially in the main campus in Sarnia. But I invite everyone to apply for the winter 2023 intake. About the letters of acceptance at Lambton College, when your agent from Kanata lets us know that you have submitted your application and that everything is complete, we provide the letters of acceptance in 1 to 3 business days. So very, very fast. We want to support the students and the agents to have enough time to apply for their visa. So that's why we process everything right away.
All right, thanks, Lauren. Regarding with the application, so if the student has bachelor's degree and they can apply for graduate certificate programs, right? Are they required to submit high school documents as well?
Not at Lambton College. If they are applying for a postgraduate certificate, we only need to see the documents for their university studies or their college studies. For some programs, we have different requirements. So for some, we need a university degree. For other programs, we only need university or college degrees.
Okay.
But Ms. Lorena, a follow-up question. Do you accept like undergraduate students wherein they did not finish their bachelor's degree, but they do, however, finish like a second-year degree in college and they are applying for a college diploma? Will they still be eligible to apply at Lambton College?
We would assess every application on a case-by-case basis because everyone is different, right? And they have different job experience, they have different academic background. But yes, I don't see any problem. We would try to see what they are applying to and what is their academic background and their job experience.
Right. Thank you so much for that, Ms. Lorena. Sir Francis, do you have any other question?
Yes, I have here a question about refusal. So what will happen to the student with visa refusal? So for students who did not get an approval from IRCC has three options. So first is you can, if there's still time, you can reapply for a student visa. Second is to defer your intake to next available intake and apply again for another visa. Last option is to do a refund because yes, in applying for visa, you are required to pay the tuition fee before applying for visa. And if you get a visa refusal, you're eligible for a refund. May I know, Ms. Divine and Ms. Lorena, what is the refund process of the school? Divine.
Yeah. So if the student is visa refused, they could have or they could refund yung 200. They magma-minus or magsusubtract ng 200 Canadian dollars dun sa kanilang tuition fee payment and they will refund it 100%. So once nag-apply, so the turnaround time is around 60 to 90 days depending on the student kung gaano sila kabilis magbigay ng documents.
Okay, so it's 2 to 3 months and the refund is amount is minus 200 Canadian dollars, right?
Yes, for visa refuse.
Okay, what about in Lambton, Ms. Lorena?
Thank you. Yes, the same process apply. If you get a visa rejection, you can get your refund of the money that you have paid, minus an administrative fee. It's almost the same. We charge $250, and the process takes 8 to 9 weeks. If they want to reapply, as you said, there's different options. If they want to reapply, we would need to see the refusal letter to reassess the application and see if they can be readmitted to the college. And it's always important to mention that at Lambton College, we have for the Philippines market, visa approval rate of more than 70%, which is great because if you go to the embassy in Philippines, their approval rate is calculated at 50%. So for the students at Lambton, we have 76% approval rate, which is great. We are very proud of that.
All right. Thanks, Lorena.
Okay, Sir Francis, I have a question here for one of our attendees. If part-time job income can compensate the program, such as the tuition fees, housing, and food expense. So Albert, with what we usually advise our students, of course, for your first year of stay in Canada, we usually advise them to have enough funds for at least 6 months, because although part-time jobs can somehow assist you with your living allowance, it might not guarantee that it can cover your second year or your first year tuition fee. It also depends on what type of part-time jobs you are applying for, depending also on the location. It differs how much is the rate or the income you will generate from your part-time jobs. And because it's very limited, you can only work 20 hours per week. So what we suggest is that you should have enough funds for at least 6 months or a tuition fee for at least 1 year. This is why our proof of financial capacity required by the IRCC is good for 1 year tuition fee and 1 year living cost.
Okay.
I have another question here for program availability at both schools. Do you guys have an early childhood education program, both at Niagara College and Lambton College? Ms. Divine?
Yes, early childhood education is yung isa sa mga popular programs namin. It's offered every September and January intake. So it's now only offered for January, but it's marami na nag-a-apply. So if you really plan to go to by January, so please do apply as soon as possible. Your second option would be education assistant, special needs support. It's almost the same curriculum with early childhood education, pero may specialization from from kids until mature students and with persons with special needs. Thank you.
Thank you. What about at Lambton College?
Thank you. Yes, we do offer early childhood education. It starts each September as well, but it's already closed for this year.
So is it available also for winter intake or January 2023?
No, it's only offered each September.
Every September. So they have to wait. You guys have to wait for the opening of school application for September for Lambton College. I have
That's right.
Yeah, I have a follow-up question with regards to program recommendation or program availability. Do you offer bachelor's degree for international student?
Do you want me to answer, or
Yeah, you can.
Divine go in first? Okay. So this is a college, right? Here in Canada, things are a little bit different just regarding the names of things. So universities offer bachelor's degree and colleges offer diploma programs. So if you only finished high school, you would go into a diploma program and you would get a diploma for your studies. If you have studied a university or college degree, you can go to a postgraduate program and you will obtain a postgraduate certificate.
Thank you so much, Ms. Lorena. What about Niagara College?
Yes, so for Niagara College, so since we offer then yung mga bachelor's degree, but limited into 3. So it's it's called honors bachelor's, parang ganon. Pero may bachelor's pa rin. It's specialization in hospitality, business, international business, but it's global commerce. So, but it's still international business, and supply chain, if I'm not mistaken. So may 3 that they could choose from. It depends on the student. I would suggest they could get 2 years muna. Then if they want to continue to a bachelor's degree, sa tingin nila talaga na they would want to continue to a bachelor's, pwede mo sila magdagdag ng 2 years pa. Or yun nga, mag-apply agad ng 4 years. If they would apply for our bachelor's degree, they could have a scholarship for 4 years in total ng 20,000 in Canadian dollars. It's 2,500 per semester. So if they would go to the bachelor's degree.
All right. Thank you so much, Ms. Divine. Sir
Okay,
Francis?
yes, Maria Baca is raising her hand. So Maria, you can turn on your mic and ask your question.
Let's give our students a chance to speak.
Yes, good evening po. I would like to ask for Lambton College if they still have available for September intake, international business management.
Hello. Thank you for your question. Yes, we do have some seats available. I advise you to contact your agent at Kanata very soon so that we can try to find a seat for you. Seats in Toronto and Mississauga are less, but I'm sure that we can find a seat for you in the main campus. But just contact your agent, let them know which campus you're interested in, and we will try to find a seat for you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, follow-up
No
question,
problem.
Rowena, about the application in Sarnia. You mentioned that there is a discount or scholarship offer for international students. Is that automatic discount, or there is a condition for the student to get the discount?
No, this is an entry scholarship. So if you are accepted to the college, you get the scholarship. You don't have to do anything. There's no condition. There's no special GPA or special IELTS score that you need to get it. As soon as you are accepted, you get the scholarship. And this brings me to one very special thing to mention about Lambton College is that we have our own placement test. So if you don't have your IELTS or your TOEFL ready or it has expired, you can take our test for free with your Kanata agent. And it's online. You can take it from your house. You need to score 75 points. And if you get that score, you don't need IELTS or TOEFL.
Okay, so again, for Lambton College, the IELTS requirement is waived, but you need to pass the English test from Lambton College. Okay, I have a question.
Yeah, sorry, Sir Francis. May I just add to those who are still interested to apply for the fall intake or the September 2022 intake, please take note that the deadline for submission for visa application will be on May 2022 to give time for the visa decision by the IRCC. And also you have to keep in mind that you must secure a medical exam so that IRCC will process your application. So please keep in mind that if your documents are ready for visa application submission, then we can still proceed for a September 2022 intake. Because even if they have seats for you for September, however, if you're not ready for visa application, then you cannot go to Canada or you cannot proceed for the submission of your application. Thank you.
Okay, I have a question here for Niagara College, since most of their postgraduate certificate programs are only offered for 1 year. So does Niagara College offer a bundle of 1+1 program in one LOA? For example, first year is gerontology and second year is palliative certificate or palliative care.
Thank you, Francis, for that. Before we do that one. However, since Filipinos are really keen, ayan, so masipag, nakakapaghanap agad ng mga work and also opportunities in Canada, most of them doesn't continue to the second year. That's why we already removed that one. However, there's another option. So mas maganda naman to. You could apply for 2 programs and receive 2 letter of acceptance at the same time with 1 application. So for example, your plan is to have 2 palliative and gerontology. So meron ka choice A and choice B, and you would check which program which you would want to. Tapos sa second year mo, pwede ka pa naman i-assist ng Kanata for the second program to apply and to process for the extension. Other thing with that one, with 2 programs as well, some students, they have change of heart meaning for example, one of my student before, she works in a travel agency for 10 years, but she would want to take early childhood. So what she did is she applied for early childhood and hospitality. So hospitality is for her visa, while early childhood is for her real program kasi nag-change of heart siya. So that's the good thing na applying 2 programs and you could receive it at the same time.
And may I add also, since the student or the attendees for tonight is asking or applying for a high demand program, which is a palliative and a gerontology, so it is best that you apply for these 2 programs at the same time so that it will guarantee your seat at the school. Correct?
Yes. Maganda doon, if you're going to apply through the Kanata, they would know before. So for example, nung January 2023, we emailed them immediately na bukas na yung nursing. So yung mga students nila for nursing, in-apply na nila agad on the same day that they received the email. So ganun yung maganda because they are the first persons na nakakaalam ng open agad. Kasi a year before, ino-open na namin.
So it's somehow they are prioritized.
That's correct.
All right. Thanks, Divine. I have a question here from Audrey. So she graduated with a bachelor's degree in science of business administration, major in human resource. Can she take the program graduate certificate program for business administration in human resource? So hindi po ba siya redundant like what you said a while ago? So okay, for applicants with a bachelor's degree, you can take the graduate certificate program. So it's still an upgrade, even though the program is the same, business human resource, and you will take the graduate certificate program in human resource. So you can still explain the upgrade in school progression and also for your career progression. So hindi siya redundant because it's an upgrade from your bachelor's degree.
And this is also why we encourage you guys to apply through Kanata Education, because we will provide you with the right program recommendation and also assist you with your study plan writing to be able to explain and justify the right program or the program you're going to apply to in Canada.
And both schools, Niagara College and Lambton College, offer this program. So they have a lot of graduate certificate programs in business, so like marketing, business management, and also human resource.
Yes, that's correct. So let me have this last one question with regards to permanent residency. Once again, we are not licensed migration consultants, so this we cannot discuss in detail. However, if you're asking how soon you can apply for permanent residency, I would suggest that you consult a migration consultant. We usually advise our students to check with them after 6 months. So there are certain requirements required for permanent residency, and of course schools, they do have they hold orientation with regards to permanent residency. They have also in-house migration consultants in the school. Is that correct, Ms. Divine of Niagara College? Do you have any assistance for permanent residency for our students?
Usually the students, we do have seminars every semester. So every term we invite lawyers for that one. So they would be able to have connections for the permanent residency. Pero if they would want somewhat parang overview lang of what could they have, what they could do after graduation and proper na guidance initial, we do yung mga international student advisors nila are licensed immigration consultants.
Right. Thank you so much, Ms. Divine. What about in Lambton College?
Thank you. Yes, we do have immigration advisors that you can, as a student, you can contact for free. They will provide the advice, and also we offer those webinars where students can learn more about different migration opportunities.
All right. Thank you so much for that information, Ms. Lorena and Ms. Divine. Sir Francis?
I think we could do last question, Catherine.
Sure.
Ms. Diwata, when viaje, you can turn on your mic and ask your question.
Yes, for the Niagara College, I would like to know if their nursing course is 4 years and if their college is DLI accredited, and if we can enroll at fall 2020.
Ms. Divine, I think she's asking about the nursing program for September 2022.
Yes, for September, for all nursing programs, it's a postgraduate. So it means dapat graduate kayo ng nursing from the Philippines, regardless with or without license, okay? But if you want to become a licensed nurse in Canada, dapat license kayo once you become our student. So yun yung ano doon. We could accept you kasi nursing graduate kayo, but for licensure, you need to be a licensed nurse. It's not a 4 years, but it's a postgraduate. So high school students, I would assume Diwata is a high school student kasi 4 years yung tinatanong niya. And for I would recommend other health-related programs na you could work in the healthcare field in Canada.
Okay, so Diwata, I hope we answered your question. And if you want to have a one-on-one consultation with us, you can book an appointment. And also, we will contact you next week for an assessment. Catherine.
All right. Thank you so much for that information, Ms. Divine. And thank you so much to everyone who attended our webinar for tonight. It was exciting to have you here. And hopefully we will receive your application so that we can start your student application journey to Canada. And thank you so much for being with us here. And thank you also to Ms. Divine of Niagara College and Ms. Melissa as well of Niagara College and Ms. Lorena of Lambton College. It was a pleasure seeing you tonight here during our info session.
Thank you so much for the invitation.
And Miss Divine and Miss Melissa.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone. May I ask our school representatives to stay for a while for just a photo opportunity, Miss Divine, and also our counselors.
Thank you, everyone, for attending. Good night.